Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusal777, and I'm back with more Let's Stream Valkyria Chronicles. Last time, we entered the Badlands and came into a contact with some forces of the Empire. Before we headed out, I decided I wanted to take a look at our numbers, see who we had, and see who we may want to trim and add. We also did get some new recruits thanks to the most previous mission, so I figured it'd be a good time to take a look around. And let's see, who are new additions today? The newest one we have is Carl Lanzat. He's an engineer, he's a metalhead, and he does get lonely fairly quickly. Anyone else? Catherine, one of our better snipers, another sniper. She is meadow-bred, she likes to be around people, unlike Marina, but she is a pessimist, so if having less than half HP means that she tends to get depressed. So, we have some good choices. We're going to be heading into a conflict with the enemy, and we're going to be fighting in the desert, so let's see. We'll take...
Yeah, late.
And we'll leave Alicia. And we'll take out Ramona for now.
Okay, a nice workout.
So we need two scouts to replace them. So it's gonna... Yeah, let's let Motley in.
Hey, I'm Motley Leonard. How goes it?
And... Runner's High? Wasn't familiar. Having less than half full AP brings him an adrenaline rush that leads to increased defense. Okay.
Hey there.
Okay, that sounds good. Anyone else? Child of Nature, Metalhead. Child of Nature, yep. That's pretty good there. Pretty satisfied with that. Yeah, let's bring in one of our new snipers. Since he's desert bred and we'll be fighting in the desert.
I'll miss the squad, Welkin.
Let's bring in... Since we'll be working together, Catherine O'Hara.
Hello, I'm Catherine O'Hara. I look forward to joining you all.
Alright, so there we go. A little bit of adjustment. Not much. But now we also have our training field we can go to, as well as R&D, to improve our stats. So let's take a look.
Welcome to your worst nightmare, maggots! Train all you want. I've got all day.
Don't have that much XP. So let's just bring our scouts and snipers up to level 5, I believe.
You're better than this. Push those limits.
There we go.
Good work, maggots. You're one level closer to human. Okay, you've earned clearance for a new order.
We got aim boost. That is going to be immensely useful in certain situations. So,
come back.
Let's check Castle Front. Oh, because I believe we didn't have the amount of...
Hey! Oh, and how about the new rising star of Squad 7, huh? I've heard some wild stories. You must be... I couldn't help it.
And we got some more background info. We'll come back and read those another time.
Da-da-da!
And we actually had 2 bits that we can use. Welcome Alicia and on Largo. And these may not seem, but some of them do have missions in them, which mean we can get a bit of a extra story. And now, let's head to R&D.
Welkin.
See if we have anything new. I doubt it, but we can take a look. Nope, the uniform upgrade did unlock. So, we're going to get that.
Here you...
Oops, other one. Sweet, blast suit as well.
Here you go.
Okay. Grenade didn't. Oop, don't have enough for the sniper upgrade. Lancer didn't get one. Assault didn't. Yep, just an accuracy boost. And then we'll start moving into the really good stuff. How about the Edelweiss? Anything I can afford? Nothing there. Drive system 2, I have just enough for. Or a sight upgrade. Ooh, that would be nice, but I'm just short. So we'll take the drive system. Leaving us only with 10 ducats, but we'll be fine.
Come back.
Because if you'll recall, last time, one of the big things we were working on, we were investigating exactly what was going on with the Barious Ruins. And we'll head in and resolve that before we go back and take a look at what we've unlocked with Ellet. So, well, yeah, let's dive right into the main story. We'll go do the extras right after this. Alright, folks? So let's see what happens when history unfolds.
I don't know what I expected, but it really wasn't this.
Amazing, isn't it? I was surprised when I first came here too.
There aren't any windows or skylights in here, but it's still so light.
The ruins are made of stone with a high ragnite concentration. It lights itself.
It's uncanny.
Look at this. Something's written on the wall here. It's in Old Northern script. Old Northern? It was the dominant writing system in Europa. You still see it on a lot of old monuments.
Do you know how to read it, Valdio?
Yeah, we just covered it this last year. Let's take a look. It's more or less a recounting of the Darksun calamity as the history books tell it. The Darksuns unlocked some secret property of Ragnite and tried to conquer the continent. 100 cities raised its fell light, 100,000 men and beast therewith. It says this area used to be one of the cities lost in that purge as well.
So they did use Ragnite.
It was in the middle of that destruction that the Valkyria suddenly came into the picture. Supposedly they rose to face the Darksuns, armed with sacred lances, blue with flame. That became the War of the Valkyria.
I had a picture book about that as a girl. But it's fiction, right? Like a fairy tale.
Ruins like these dot the European map, traces of the culture that once ruled the continent. The majority of the anthropological community now agrees that the Valkyria did exist. Wow, this is so educational. The Valkyria won and rose to power, while the Darksuns were scattered across Europa. There are some who worship the Valkyria as the saviors of Europa even today. Meanwhile, the Darksuns got branded with the stigma of their past and were persecuted. With no land of their own, they had to work as itinerant laborers and Ragnite miners.
Which is why there are so many Darksuns still working in the industrial sector today.
I never knew that. Come to think of it, Isara's dad was an engineer, wasn't he?
Anyway, that's enough history for today. Let's keep checking for Imperial tracks.
History teaches us many lessons and paints many pictures. Some of them true, some of them false, some of them simply misunderstood. But it is never a bad thing to learn from the past.
I've been looking, but I still ain't seen nothing but sand. Those imps got some strange tastes if they're sunning themselves out here. What's got you, Rosie? Ain't like you to be so quiet. You got the runs or something?
You're foul, Largo. and I'm just annoyed. Takes some kind of brass to blow up a chunk of turf this big, don't you think? Looks like the Dark Hairs have been bad news for the rest of us folks since day one.
What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean?
No archaeological proof exists to support the theory that Dark Sims destroyed Varius.
Look around! How much more proof do you need?
And it's an unfair generalization to assume that all Dark Sims cause trouble for others.
You saying you don't? Look, it's 'cause of you people that my whole...
All right, time out, you two.
You stay out of this, Largo!
We're on patrol here. You keep squawking, and we're likely to get sniped. You too, kid. You know Rosie's got a temper on her. She wouldn't go off if you didn't talk back.
I don't believe anything I've said is untrue.
Stubborn as mules, both of you.
And there's Largo proving himself the bigger and better man. He tries his best to keep the peace. He lost his bet with Welkin, and he's a man enough to keep his word about trying to help keep this unit together. But let's see what's hidden inside the spiral.
Falio, what is that? It's called the Valkyrian Spiral.
Okay, so what is it?
I was talking about their power before, remember? The sacred blue flame? The spiral motif on their relief carvings are said to represent inexhaustible power.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Still, we haven't seen any Imperials here. Not even any signs of entry. I guess it's possible that this wasn't what brought the Empire out here.
Well, the others are waiting. Let's go back.
Sure, let's go.
Huh?
What in the...
Alicia, what just happened?
I don't know. I barely even touched it and this door just opened.
Looks like it keeps going.
An underground chamber in the Varius ruins. This is a huge discovery.
Should we go in?
Do you have to ask?
All right, let's take a look.
Mysteries upon mysteries stack upon themselves. And in those mysteries we may make first contact with something greater or something new, or maybe something we never expected at all.
Whoa, what is this place?
It seems like it goes on forever.
Wow, look at this wall. Amazing.
There are engravings everywhere. What do they say, Faldio?
I'm not sure. I wish I could tell you. They're too ancient for me to decipher.
Welkin! We're not alone.
Who's there?
Well, how surprising to find you here. We don't get many visitors. I won't ask how you were able to break in. It's not really important. But you defile this sanctum with your presence.
Guys, that's Maximilian.
Maximilian? Wait, but he's the enemy commander. Hold it right there! You take one more step and I'll shoot you down, I swear I will!
Lower your weapon. Your lives are worthless to me, but I do not wish to stain this sacred place with blood. If you are determined to have this confrontation, why don't we settle it outside?
Welkin.
Welkin? So, you're the brat who's responsible. My compliments for the Vassal Bridge and the base in Cloten. You quite impressed Jaeger, who was singing your praises, boy. Silvaria, come.
Sir.
Now's our chance to take out their commander.
She's right, Faldio. Let's go! Right.
This is our big chance, folks. We could end the war in one fell swoop, potentially. Or at least cripple the enemy. So, let's see if we can win this desert duel with Maximilian.
Let me catch you up on the current situation.
The enemy commander, Maximilian, is making for our base camp aboard a massive tank. It is imperative that you stop him before he reaches us. Your objective is the destruction of that giant tank. It is equipped with machine guns on both sides, so brace yourself for a merciless reception as you approach. Keep your distance when possible, and use your tank and lancers to keep those take those machine guns out one by one. It also has large caliber cannons at both the fore and aft ends that can't be destroyed. Their range is as you see. In other words, a massive range. You have to be aware of that. They will fire at anything that stops in the range depicted. Keep your tank and troops clear of them if you want to live. If our camp is destroyed, we lose. If Welkin dies, we lose. The enemy occupies our camp, we lose. 20 turns pass, we lose. And we only win if the giant enemy tank is destroyed. Alright. This is not going to be easy. As far as that goes, we want to keep Alicia. We want to have Rosie actually here, along with Largo, because we need the extra points. We're going to need every power, so Walter, Theold. We're going to put Theold actually over here. Want to take... Probably actually put Dallas. Yeah, let's do Claudia. Yeah, let's do Claudia. Oh, she's got one of her potentials is unlocked, the unlucky. Oh, wonderful. Well, we'll see what we can do. As far as that, then we also want to bring out Catherine O'Hara. And another assault, so... Let's have Wendy. Alright. Let's deploy, folks. Let's get this fight. Let's get ready to fight something truly cruel.
We'll commence combat now. Stay sharp out there.
That tank is our target. We have to stop it. Squad 7, move out!
Alright, folks. This isn't going to be easy.
Now, dear galleons, flee or be crushed underfoot of the battlers.
Your Grace, I will eliminate the forces east of the temple, then return to provide support.
Very well. Though I doubt I shall require your assistance. The Batimist shall rest atop their riven camp before long.
Welkin, take a look at that tank.
With armor like that, I don't figure my anti-tank lance will do much good.
And I don't like the look of that cannon. Standing in front of that thing's a bad idea.
Let's watch and wait for now. It has to have some kind of weak point.
It absolutely must. Otherwise, there's no such thing as an invincible enemy after all. Everything has a weakness. Omniscience and omnipotence are the lies of fools who should know better. But first, let's handle what we can. Not the least of which, I see a sniper over there. Since we can spot him, let's have Rosie start. Let's have Rosie take him out. Yeah, that should be plenty.
Go down!
There we go.
Nice work. Keep taking them down.
Alright.
My legs aren't lifting.
She's as far as she can go. Alright. And we have is everyone out, right? We can't. Yeah, 8 of 8. Okay. So next thing.
Leave it back up to me.
She can't see him from here. He should be a one-shot kill, because I don't think he's... Yep, he's not crouching.
Goodbye.
Adios!
I'm not done yet.
Yeah, you are, Catherine. Alright. As far as...
Check me out.
Let's see what he does.
Now go, tear into him.
Alright, remember those cannons we were told about?
Coward.
I missed. Yeah, this thing is so big and large, you're not going to be doing much to it. I don't know how far. The problem is I'm not too sure how far the Barthamus actually moves each round. Because it does move, and it basically comes around this path and crushes all your bases and you lose. So... I don't know if it reaches the first one in the first turn. But... I don't want to stay in the base just on the off chance that it does. Crouching, crouching, Claudia's crouching.
Just watch this.
Let's see. See if Largo gets the lucky shot to kill that.
Boom!
Nope, hit the main armor. Okay.
I know you're back there. Get out here.
Alright. And crouch. Alright. Actually, let's just turn the other one. I'm only going to be turning it sideways. To make sure it can't shoot my radiator plate, mostly. Let's see if we can try and take out some of this. Okay.
Please stop that tank from breaking through.
Okay, well, let's get back up, get up, and see how far she's gonna move. Alright. Let's see if we can't do that. Alright, let's see what happens, round 1. He moves forward, I know that. Yeah, small arms fire isn't gonna do much against this thing. Like I said, I just don't remember how far he moves. Because he does move... Okay. Shock Trooper's gonna move into Rosie's range. Gonna take shots at her. And she's gonna return fire much, much harder. Adios. Next up is the Scout. He's gonna be especially have to be careful because Rosie's not gonna put is gonna just put holes in him. Yeah. He's no big deal. Okay. Yeah, those are a basic machine gun fire. They're going to suppress your units to the best of their ability. This Lancer, another non-big issue. Hopefully Rosie dodges. Yes! Okay. Because she can just wreck his face, no problem. Hang in there, Theold. Hang in there. Okay. Dodged it twice, and she gets her counterattack. And that wipes out those forces. Note enemy doesn't actually have a base in this. So because of that, they can't call for reinforcements. So let's see. Let's start with Theold.
Check me out.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, he missed. Damn. Okay. No, it's just gonna head for our it's just gonna head for our base, then come around. So we know its general path of movement. Largo. Okay, he can at least see that turret. Okay. So that's at least one hit. Yeah, the more we can cripple this thing, the better off we are. Actually, aim boost.
This is an order. There's no room for error when aiming.
Okay. Come on, Theold.
Some glory.
I'm giving you an extra chance here. Doesn't really matter. Perfect. Alright.
Here we go.
Let's see if the Edelweiss can move into a position. Okay. Yep. Any chance I could take this out? Let's hope. Alright.
Fire!
Damn. Missed. Okay. Well,
combat.
try again. Problem is, I can't use Theold too much because he's under too much fire, so...
Fire!
There we go. One of the cannons are down. I don't believe he's in the firing range. Okay. Let's have Largo try again. One more. Come on. If he can get rid of it, we're good.
Just watch this. Your Joker's still alright?
Perfect. Looking good.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Okay. Now I really want to... Okay. I'm going to use Walter and try and see if I can get the other turret. Right there. Come on, Walter. Hey, missed. Okay. So now what I'm going to do... Now we get to the dangerous part because his rear cannon is potentially going to be able to fire at us as well. And unfortunately, I don't know how good that's going to do. Alright. So, just to be on the safe side... Well...
Just try and stop me!
Yeah. Let's just keep trying. Yeah, small arms fire isn't going to do much. Alright. All I can do is put a defense boost on the Edelweiss. Oh, you can't do it on the... Okay. Alright. The tank will just take what damage it takes. Alright. Let's end phase and see how bad this goes for us. At least we aren't expecting more real.
My words and no victory. Loose your fire, men! Annihilate our enemies!
Oh, that is a damage boost. That is not good, folks. That is very not good. This thing already does a stupid amount of damage, and the Edelweiss... Please don't tell me the...
Capturing the camp is for the feeble. A needless bother when it can be crushed outright.
He's just gonna mow our camps down.
Keep your head, Lieutenant. That desert is covered by parts of standing ruin. If you shell unstable walls, fragments may...
Roger.
The team east of the temple is in bad shape. Some woman is sending up some major fireworks. At this rate, they'll be forced to withdraw.
I understand. We'll try to hold our ground here. All right. Let's slow that behemoth down with as much rubble as we can throw in front of it.
All right.
Listen closely.
Now you see those blue walls. So now we know our objective. Now we know a trick. Now it's... Hang in there, Claudia. Hang in there, everybody. Come on. We can survive this. We can do this, folks. We can handle this. Alright. Now, the Edelweiss is actually in a dangerous position because it can be... So, what...
Entering combat!
Because any further and he'll be in the...
Gotta love nature.
Okay. First thing we're going to do, though, is to slow him down. Ruin wall. Ruin wall.
Fire!
Note how little damage we just did to that. He's got to push through that. So we're just going to have to deal with that. Now, Walter should be in a good position to knock that over. Nope. Whenever he says that, he always seems to hit. Good work, Walter. Alright. The old.
Check me out. Now I can get me some real glory.
Alright. Can't kill that, but we can, hopefully. Come on, man, don't miss. There it is! Let's get rid of as many of these turrets as we can.
Check me out.
Ah! Okay, where's Largo? Over here?
Been waiting here.
Let's see. Okay, he's not in position to be able to see the other turret. So,
Let them go. Chase them down.
we're actually gonna walk right in. Oh, that does way too much damage. Come on, Largo, be my man. There we go. Yep, get back down into position, man. That hurt a little more than I was hoping it would. Than I expected it would, anyway. Okay, Walter, last shot. Got it.
Nothing ever works for me. I'll probably miss.
Nope, got it. If he wasn't a pessimist, that would have done enough damage to destroy it, but... Hang on, guys. Just hold out. Alright. Next up...
Entering combat.
The Edelweiss. Try and get it. Alright. Alright. All I can do is try and get this last one. Come on.
Fire!
Got it. Okay, left side is clear. Okay, it's right, my left.
Heed my words and no victory. Loose your fire, men! Annihilate our enemies!
Yeah. Yeah, it had to wait. It had to waste a shot. What's this, though? Oh.
That main cannon is lethal. There must be a way to stop that thing.
Welks, look at that.
What are those? They're sticking up out of the top of the tank.
They're radiators. Heat sinks for dissipating the temperature of the Ragnite fuel cell. They must be using them to cool the cannon after firing it. Welks, if we destroy them, it could greatly upset the tank's function and stability.
All right, let's try it. We just need to get to those radiators after the cannon fires.
They're positioned atop the tank, so ground units will need to climb the ladders.
Okay, we've got to take out the guns and get troops onto that tank.
Okay, folks, we have our mission. Now, Field.
Save me some glory.
And as you can see, there are 3 radiators. Well, you can imagine what we need to do.
Take out a tank and I'll be a hero.
And a hell of a tank to take out, my friend. Okay. But Field is out of shots. Then what we need to do... Okay. Probably should have put him back down. Just thinking about it, so she could easily rearm him. Alright. From there... We also want... Okay. Because what I want to do... Got it. Come on, Largo, my man, do this. Perfect.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Alright. All the side ones are down. Now we need to look at how we're going to do all this.
Alright!
Claudia. Alright.
We don't know what that thing's got. Be careful.
But let's see. Rearming.
Medic. Medic.
Alright. And while she's here... yep, heal up Walter. Because he's going up. We're going to probably have Claw... Okay. Because now what we're going to do... is send Walter...
Just try and stop me!
up to blow up the other one. Ah, gods, everyone's... Yeah, everyone's in his way. Okay. Alright, Walter, you can't miss this one. Huh? Why does it take 4 shots? Oh, wow. Apparently Walter doesn't do as much damage. Okay. So... Alright, and while it's open, let's have the Edelweiss
Entering combat.
hit this. No, it's taken 4. Oh, right, he had the Tank Slayer boost on. Okay. So what we want to do is have Field actually come down. See if he's just touching. Nope. Okay, she has to touch him. Alright. So now what we want to do... Ow. Just have Walter keep shooting. Alright, he's got one more. So then what we'll do... Attack boost.
This is an order! Attack with everything you've got!
Alright, man, last shot. Try and break at least one of these radiators. Nope. Still, we've weakened it.
Try to strike them first.
Yeah. And he's not going to be able to crouch, so he may be our first casualty, but we're going to try. No, he can only use so much. Yeah, those sink back down. Those sink back down, and we've got another. Got to block his road again. He's gonna head towards our second base. The problem is now, crap! Did I leave the Edelweiss is in position? All right. Okay, Edelweiss is unfortunately in a bad position to... Okay. Ruin wall.
Now!
Perfect.
I know you're back there. Get out here.
Yeah.
Keep that front line strong.
Okay. The best thing I can do is put the Edelweiss alongside and basically aim for that. I don't really care about the front turret, so yeah. And basically get everyone else in position to move next round. So, first up, Largo. Go up and over.
Your Joker's still alright?
Where's the exhaust?
Okay.
Just try and stop me! Nice and dry. I like it.
Yep. Let's get him crouched there. Theo.
Save me some glory.
Get up and move to get ready.
Keep an eye on your ammo.
Well, that's my next thing. Claudia, rearm everybody, because we're gonna need it.
Alright!
Alright.
I see Galleons headed your way. Be careful.
Yeah. Come on, Claudia. Meet up.
Watch your surroundings.
Cool. Now get to hiding. Go over. And she's out. Okay. Well, I definitely want to get her into safe positions. Cool. Alright, she's behind a wall. And we'll call it good there. This is dangerous, but this is the best we're gonna get. He has to blow up the wall one more time.
Heed my words and no victory. Loose your fire, men! Annihilate our enemies!
Alright. And the radiators are open. Luckily, he has nothing else he can do with all those command points. Alright. We'll start off with Walter.
Just try and stop me!
I think I'm gonna have him take the far side. They've each got 3 shots.
Imperial unit sighted. Please be careful.
Yep.
Go down!
Alright. 3 shots each. Okay. The damage we done before should be enough. Alright, folks. And
Just try and stop me! Go down!
1 radiator down. But that instantly causes the other.
Leaves 2 radiators. Keep it up, Sep.
Lieutenant, Squads 1 and 3 have suffered heavy losses out east. I'm pulling them out. Welkin, it's me, Valdio. I'm sorry, but we couldn't do a thing against her. She had a spiral lance and shield. They were the arms of a Valkyria, Welkin. It's likely her unit will be arriving there soon, as backup. Do not, I repeat, do not engage her. Now hurry up and stop that tank.
Understood. We need those radiators up now, Sevens!
Okay.
Imperial tank approaching.
That's not good, folks. That is very not good. And with backup, that's even worse. In which case...
Just try and stop me!
let's get Walter.
Get ready for a breakdown! Nice and dry. I like it!
Okay, well, looks like we're not going to get anything more out of him. He's lost all his momentum. This point, what other wall? There's like 2 more walls we can break down that we're going to have to shoot. Okay. So, let's have Largo go and blow those up ahead of time. Yeah, there's nothing else we can do for his camp, so let's just get the ruined wall down. And then hiding.
Try to keep a grasp on...
Okay. Let's have Field prepare... No. Yeah. Let's have Field try and aim for the other wall. Just on the off chance he can make it.
Sure to watch for...
See if we can get this.
Take this!
And got all the turrets, actually. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Alright. Beyond that, let's move Alicia to link up with everyone else. Because I don't want her alone when reinforcements come.
Think you can push them back?
Because we don't know... Okay. Actually, they said they're coming from the east. Which would tell me... probably the same place from over here where the other combat was. Just to be on the safe side, though, I'm going to put Rosie in our last base, just to be sure. Because I don't need them showing up and just suddenly claiming our base is theirs.
They're headed that way. Please follow.
And you always get a bonus in bases, so you heal more, you're more defensive. Alright. Well, we can't do anything else, so save and save our CP for when they come. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. The regular machine guns aren't going to touch this thing. It doesn't have a track H. It doesn't have a tread H. Well, it does, but it doesn't take any damage on the treads. And that's... That rear cannon is not lethal, but it's as lethal as the front one, but it is still rough. Alright. They've all regained HP. I don't have anything else I can push in its way at the moment. I'm just trying to think of anything else I can do. There's nothing else I can really hit, is there? Well, let's be 100% and make sure Claudia heals the Edelweiss. Oh yeah. Forgot that when you're in the active mode, you can hit R1 to look at it. Whoop, wrong thing. Engineer's tool. Fix up that.
Thank you.
And get into hiding. Alright. There's nothing else we can really attack. And slowing down the Bartimus wouldn't even help us. We need it to fire that main cannon. And I'm not sticking a unit in front of it because that's going to be suicide. Alright, orders. Just defense boost. Against the old...
This is an order! Brace up and get ready to defend yourself.
Yeah, there's nothing that's gonna survive that. Even our tank wouldn't survive that main cannon. Alright. And he's just gonna roll through. There's nothing more we can really do until he pops out those radiators. Alright. Okay, we did get the left side one, I believe, so we only have the back and the right side. This point. And the best people we got are in position, so... Alright.
Heed my words and no victory. Loose your fire, men! Annihilate our enemies!
Yeah. We're gonna be cutting this one close. There we go. If only you could destroy more than one at a time, but... no can do. Alright. Each of the radiators. Let's have Largo... well, have Theo.
Save me some glory.
Alright, get to the flank.
Imperial tank approaching.
Alright. Can't hit it from here. Luckily, we've got plenty of CP to work with. It's just getting up there.
Take out a tank and I'll be a hero.
Alright, so that means this should be dead.
Yes.
And we're good. That's 2 of them down. That's not good. That's very not good.
Lord Maximilian.
Cobalt flames of the Valkyria. Smite our foes! All forces, there stands Gallia! Claim her!
The blue flame of the Valkyria.
Backup troops have arrived. If the reports are true, we can't beat it. Everyone, focus on that last radiator. See that?
Alright, get out of there, man. Fortunately...
Fire, blow them to pieces.
the last radiator is down. Nothing more we can do. But they're not kidding. Reinforcements have arrived. Selvaria herself is nigh on him. No, not nigh on. She is unbeatable. You are not going to get rid of her. All you can do is hunker in and just try and keep everyone else around her down. For now, just get out of there, man. Alright.
Save me some glory.
Get him a little further in. Alright, that's as best as we're gonna get him. That last wall is our key to victory. Alright, he's in position. So what we'll actually do is actually order Catherine there to retreat.
This is an order! You've done enough! Pull out! We'll handle this!
And we're gonna move her back to the base. Because, yeah, we want Catherine back out. Alright. Wendy.
I'm on it.
I know you haven't done much this, but we're gonna need your assistance in trying to keep the base under our control.
Destroy that oversized tank.
Take a look at that. Take a look at what Selvaria just did with interception fire. That's not an actual attack. That's just her base shot. That is all she did.
Moving out.
Alright. Trust me, she rips through everything she hits. It's not a... That's not a fluke, that is not an accident. She is by far the most powerful unit you are going to find in this game.
Imperial tank approaching.
And her range is damn near unlimited.
My turn, okay?
Not to mention that she has a ton of range. Not only range, but power. Alright.
Imperial tank approaching.
There's not much more I can say. There's no way to rescue Wendy in this situation. It's the last one. We have to get him to fire. If he does, we've won. If we can survive till our turn. Okay, that's the secondary cannon. Oh gods, we have to survive a round. We're dead. Not just that, Wendy's dead. Oh. Take a look at that. A full hit. A bullet to the face. She didn't take anything. Valkyria is not an enemy you can ever defeat. Not in this situation. The problem is, I may... this is rough. This is very rough. And those are elite units, bear in mind. Those are not your average grunts. The black units you see are very much the best, some of the best the Empire can field. For the sake of gameplay, their stats are of course, you know, meshed up to the point where you could fight them. But trust me, those and Kenazar the Lion, oof. He's just a scout, but he is an Imperial ace. Okay, good work, Largo. But you can see Valkyria basically embodies the power of every unit type. She is that brokenly powerful. Alright. Hang in there, Theold. Alright, but the nice thing is, since Valkyria put herself in that position, I may be able to flank some... Nope. Okay, they're ignoring Nina, surprisingly. Hang in there, Theold. Hang in there, man. But you can see they're using up all that CP he mustered. The problem is we have to survive this round. This is the problem. He's built up so much CP they can just keep going. But there's not much more we can really say. Valkyria is going to keep us locked down. There's just no way around that. Yeah. Luckily, because our uniforms are so defensive, I've been using the stronger uniforms, we're able to hold our own somewhat. I don't... Oh, for the... That was such a bull shot. Oh, that's the... Good gods. And that's our first... Ouch. And that's our first loss. The old died in the line of duty. And there's no one to blame but myself.
Damage minimal.
This game likes to make it clear, you are outclassed. Alright.
Here we go.
First thing we're going to do is actually a mortar. Straight there. Yep. For the one in the for Kanazar the Lion.
Fire!
Get rid of those fools. Alright. Next up, we're gonna have Rosie. Since she's gonna be behind where Silvaria, she should be fine since Silvaria is facing the other direction. Because remember, that's just as critical. We lost one, can we save another?
Just a little longer, almost there.
Work your magic. You hear me?
Alright. That's the shock trooper. Over here. Alright. Like I said, the trick is to keep the nice thing is, because Silvaria will be facing the opposite direction. There we go. Shock Trooper is down.
Man down, everybody.
Let's do this thing.
Now we're going to take out the other Shock Trooper.
Ah, this place is a dust trap.
Yep. Well, they're both crouching, so...
Here I come.
Okay. And to help her, we're going to bring out Alicia. Because those two will be able to link fire, so that should give them enough firepower to take out both of these idiots. Yep. So let's start with the Shock Trooper. Alright. Ah. Okay.
I'm on.
It's gonna be Rosie that leads to take him out.
Enemy.
Alicia will take the other.
I'll survive.
And there we go.
Who are these guys?
Then get back. Gonna have... How's he looking? Okay. Margot's still at relatively good health. Actually want to pull out... Aisha, sure. Next thing...
This can't be good.
Alicia, try and get back to camp if you can. If not, just use Ragnade on yourself. Okay, that helped a little. Now, let's see about getting some sort of damage onto the... But notice that her weapon isn't strong enough to pierce a tank's armor. Alright. This may seem like overkill, but really we don't have anything else, so... get rid of the enemy ace. Then, let's put Claudia where she can just heal it and then run away. Perfect. I don't want... I've already lost one soul. Yeah. Alright. And let's move up Walter.
Just try and stop me!
In case I need to. Alright. Alright. That's the best we can do. He's gonna have to fire one last time, but that's gonna be our only chance for victory. That was a rough round and we did lose our first soldier. Alright. Okay. Largo is in the range of fire, so I want him gone and out of there. I have knocked this over, right? Yeah, it's in his way. Yeah, so I just want him in position, basically. I want him away from there.
Here we go!
I want the Edelweiss. Sorry, man. You alright? Yeah, he didn't take any damage. Over here.
Destroy that oversized tank.
Let's see. Notice that she blocks it. Alright.
Entering combat.
I want to block her. So that if I need to, since I need to, Claudia, I'm gonna need you to keep it at full health. Nope.
They're headed that way. Please follow.
Okay.
Just try and stop me.
All right. Ah. Yeah.
I'm dying.
Try to keep your heads down.
You ain't dead yet, buddy. Alright, anyone else? No, that's it. Everyone else is an assault. Well, if I have to do it with bullets, so be it. Alright, folks. This is our final chance for victory. Okay, folks. Silvari is aimed in the wrong direction. Largo, this is your time to act. This is the best shot I'm gonna get. Nope, nope, nope. Damn it. She's exactly in the way where I need to be. This is bad. This is so bad. Alright.
Here we go.
Which means I may have lost. Is there no way I can hit it?
Don't get pinned down. Fire back.
Is there any way I can get into position to hit this thing? Can I at least get over here, perhaps, to hit it? No, I want to hit here. One shot will do it, if we can make it. Got it!
All right, that's the last of the radiator.
Ah! Presumptuous little vermin.
Your Grace, are you all right?
Fine. The tank itself is perfectly intact. But not for long at this rate.
Understood. I'll be there momentarily, sir.
The enemy tank has been damaged. That should also impair its defenses, Sevens. Everybody, concentrate fire on that tank. Take it down.
All right.
Here we go.
Well, the only thing left to hit it with.
Fire!
All right. Yeah, we can just hit it now. Though it's not going to do much damage.
Been waiting here.
Wonder if I can just take out the treads. No. Alright. Looks like I'm going to be sinking all my firepower into the Edelweiss. Just keep hitting it.
Here we go.
Just keep shooting.
Entering combat.
Alright.
Entering combat.
Only 2 more shots. If that doesn't finish it, we're probably done.
Here we go. Fire!
That's the last shot, I believe. Nope.
Here we go.
Edelweiss still does the best damage, so...
Now.
Unfortunately, looks like we're gonna take to turn 13. We've lost, haven't we?
Fire! Damage sustained.
Okay. Why she's just standing next to Largo? Okay, it must have been an AI thing.
Not yet.
Alright.
Here we go.
See if we can save Largo.
Fire!
That's the end of it. Not the most graceful of victories, huh?
Atoms. Lost to this rabble.
Your Grace, are you injured?
Silvaria, plans for the Marmota must be adjusted to account for these failures.
In due time, Grace. You're in danger here. My men will see you to safety.
Yes! We managed to beat that thing back!
Nice work out there, Lieutenant. I sent the rest of the Eastern team to join you there.
Wilkes, the enemy forces have begun to retreat.
Then it's our turn to advance. Don't let Maximilian get away!
C ranks. We managed to get an enemy ace, and we managed to destroy a heavy. Because that was a heavy beyond all heavies. But...
You cowards! Reform your ranks at once!
Ready? Fire!
Did you see that? She deflected a tank shell.
Such power.
I see Gallia's peasant army has the will to win. All units! units, retreat! Protect His Grace at all costs!
We've seen a lot in this battle. Silvaria has proven herself, if not a true Valkyria, something akin to the legends, so much so that it matters not. Yet, even her power, no matter how strong a single individual is, they cannot win a war on their own. Always bear that in mind, folks. No matter how much power or how much fame or glory you gain, you can never, ever win a war on your own. And unfortunately, no war is not without its costs. Let's not forget, with cursing our name, cursing Welkin at the very end, we lost Theold. We lost one of ours. Never forget. But let's see what happens when a legend is reborn, as Silvaria has done.
We drove the Empire back, but not without sustaining heavy casualties ourselves.
We never thought the commander of the entire Imperial force would be there.
Not just the commander. Maximilian had that woman with him. What was she? I can't believe she's human.
In her hands borne cobalt lance and shield, therewith to strike down all man's arrows.
What?
One account of the Valkyria describes them in those terms.
You can't mean that she... But they existed thousands of years ago. If they'd survived, we'd know.
I'm not saying I'd buy all the legends either. I realize that it sounds a little crazy.
But what we saw out there could only have been the Valkyria of legend.
I know.
Chapter 8. The Woodland Snare.
So, and the war drags on. We bury our dead and honor their memory. And there are many people who would say you could simply load it up. You could simply go back, but that's the thing. You can't go back in war. You can't reset. And for many people, that seems to be the hardest thing. I won't be resetting this. I will take our losses and honor their memory. So remember, people, Theold Boar, a lancer at age 18, an impoverished childhood, has driven home the importance of wealth for him, driving him to seek fame and fortune as a war hero, and brought him to his ultimate fate, as war often does. So there you have it, folks, our first loss. And we've learned some more about some of our fellow allies. We have Isara, Largo. A good thing to note, believing frontline spirit experience that everything, he has consistently rejected all offers of a promotion and continued his career as a foot soldier, a man who sought the groundwork of a war. Rosie. Despite her education, and with it her military training ending at middle school level, experience with her town watch earned her the rank of corporal. So she's similar to Alicia in that they basically sought out, they worked for the town watch and made their fortune there. And let's see what Wendy... She applied to be a trooper on the front lines as a way of testing out her bombs. Her squad mates whisper that she keeps a miniature bomb under her cap. Kara? Oh, a new person we picked up. Claudia. Naturally cursed with terrible luck, she found nothing but trouble anytime she left home. She tried never leaving, but soon lost even that safe haven. He tries to play the strong big brother to Emile, but he's actually quite timid. Terrified of thunder of mice, he always keeps his distance from the kitchen. And Catherine? A World War I veteran. She didn't hesitate to enlist again to fight it for her people. She holds the bond of friendship above all else, which is why she gets lonely easily. But here we learn something of Maximilian. Said to grant opportunities to talent subordinates, regardless of social rank, he is known to ruthlessly dispose of anyone useless to his purposes. Silvaria. Undefeated since she began work as one of Maximilian's commanders, her forays into nations around the Empire have struck with force of a tidal wave. And Gregor? Born into the rank of Count in a family with close ties to the Imperial Court, he worships the Emperor, dedicating his life to uniting Europa under his rule. And let's see. Skirmishes. Let's head to the headquarters. We've gained a lot of experience firsthand after that tragedy, though. And let's visit the war cemetery of those who have fallen.
Hello again, son. I'm sorry. I hope we'll meet.
That's fine. We were simply here to visit the old. See if Ellet's developed anything new, and let's see what the news has brought.
Oh, and how... I couldn't...
Alright. Imperial Shadow hits Barius. This was the newest thing we saw last time. I didn't read because I wanted to get us straight to the missions. Central Gallian Command reported on the 15th that the militia had encountered and routed a contingent of Imperials stationed in Barius, the culmination of a clandestine investigation into the reported Imperial activity in the area. The Badlands topography is poorly suited to combat maneuvers, and the region holds little to no strategic value, making the Empire's goal there unclear. One theory suggests that the desert region is home to an as-yet unmined lode, and the Imperial forces were stationed there for the purpose of Ragnite speculation. Of course, now we know that isn't true, but it is good to know. Ooh, Gallia Federation talks begin? During a press session on the 10th, Gallian Prime Minister Borg called for talks with the Federation Ambassador Townshend, slated to visit Gallia at the end of the month. In light of the increasingly complex conflict between the Federation and the Empire, however, many suspect the Federation views this as a chance to acquire Gallia for its resources. This announcement has been met with vehement opposition from members of the Parliament with strong ties to the former Imperial cartels. Ambassador Townshend reported that to the invite in a public address, stating that he firmly believes that joining hands to thwart the Empire's hubristic ambitions is essential to assuring peace for Europa. Ah, but the militia routs Imp Commander. Central Gallian Command reports that a recent chance encounter with Maximilian, Imperial Commander of the Gallian invasion, near the ruins in central Barius ended in the Empire's defeat and retreat from the Badlands. Speaking with one Gallian soldier who fought in the desert operation revealed a shocking eyewitness account of one female soldier among the Empire's army batting a tank shell out of the air by brute force. Army doctors looked into the possibility of combat stress-induced hallucination, but several other testimonies have arisen to corroborate this wild account. Other reports suggest that she resembled one of the Valkyria of legend, while the Gallian army has issued no official statement on the matter. And a new load. Chief Valance of the Gallian Geological Survey reported recent discoveries of 3 new lodes of Ragnite amid the southeastern mountains. Imperial capture of the key cities in Ragnite-rich North Gallia has meant a steady drain on domestic productivity. Paired with a rising demand for Ragnite for military uses, scarcity of the ore has become a critical problem. At the latest survey meeting, Chief Valance stated that the new discovery would likely go a long way toward filling the vacuum that has hounded the Gallian energy supply of late. Investigations into the size and quality of the newly found lode are currently underway. So, life goes on, the war marches on.
So?
And we've gotten everything there.
Come back and see the writing on the wall again?
Absolutely, Elliot, absolutely. Hopefully the R&D guys have something new and big for us. So, let's see. Starting with our rifles, of course the accuracy boost.
All set.
And soon we'll be able to pick one of 3 guns. It'll be interesting to see. Same with this.
All set.
And another firepower boost.
Here you go.
And an accuracy boost.
All set.
No grenades. More uniform? Nope. Nope. Alright, let's look to the Edelweiss. Body enhancements. Reinforce armor again. Definitely want that. Can't fit the frame assembly. Spare tread, drive system. Actually, I want the sight upgrade, actually.
All set.
And that periscope will be the final thing, and then anything further, we're gonna have to start picking and choosing what we want. Alright. So now all that's left is the training field.
Welcome. Train all you.
Alright. Shock troopers. Basically, let's see. Can we get everybody? Almost. Almost.
I got no use for tears. Sweat, sweat, sweat. Good work, maggots. You're 1 level closer to human. Looks like that should be the new potential out of the scouts. Okay, you've earned clearance for a new order. Put it.
And we've learned all units defend. We really could have used that last round, but we're doing alright. She's still got some more potentials. But first aid boost. She has undodgeable sod, but alright.
Come back, Eddie.
Not enough XP to level anyone. And the worst part of war, after you lose someone,
Wilkin. Oh, and there...
you'll have to replace them. And who was our new recruit? Kobe! A born leader with a bad back, but he's country bred. And Cherry! Fancies men, she's a chatty Cathy, and she's a child of nature. Anyone else? Nope. But we did lose a Lancer, so we'll need to add 1 more. Well, looks like we're going into the... So, because it looked like we were going into the woods, so we'll bring him along.
My name's Hector Calvi, sir. I'm at your service from today on.
Thank you, Hector.
Come back and...
Alright. So let's... And the personnel tab was updated, because I believe that from Kobe. Anyone else? Cherry... Trends and pretty boys form the center of her world, with Gallian Girl Weekly her preferred fix for top-notch photos of her both. Prone to wild mood swings, his self-confidence can come and go at a moment's notice. Because cooking helps calm him, he hopes to open a restaurant one day. Good on you, Walter. Good on you. Alright. But before we head into the woodland snare, let's take a look at some other things that Elliot has found.
Report. A taste of home.
A taste of home. An unexpected visit.
And done. That takes care of the report. Hmm? Who's that? Oh! Hans? Did you come here all by yourself? Boy, you sure are smart. Hey, stop tugging, Hans. What's up? Is there something this way? Okay, I get it. Lead the way. And you can stop biting my boots already.
You went and got Welkin for me? Nice going, Hans. Thanks.
I just got led around base by a pig. Any idea what he wants with me, Alicia?
Oh no, I was the one who wanted to see you. Are you hungry, Welkin?
Hungry? Well, yeah, actually.
Really? Oh, good. I whipped a little something up for you. Come see.
What? Back in the kitchen?
What could be in the kitchen? Well, it seems like we'll get to enjoy some tea for 2.5.
Wow. I've never seen so much bread in one place. You baked all this yourself, Alicia?
Mm-hmm. It's been a while since I made anything. I was worried I might be getting a bit rusty. But the oven was free, so I helped myself.
It smells great. Okay, here goes.
Welkin? You okay?
Delicious!
Really?
Yeah. I've never eaten bread this good. It's really impressive.
Welkin, you look like a chipmunk.
You know how chipmunks and hamsters stuff their little cheeks full of food like that? I finally understand why.
Kind of amusing, isn't it, folks? And if you've never had really good fresh-baked bread, I suggest giving it a try sometime. You'd be surprised how the right kind of bread can be a meal unto itself. Just be sure to add something like milk or, something light to drink with it. Savoring food is important, after all. Someone went to the trouble of making it for you.
I'm so full. That was great, huh, Hans?
I can't believe you put it all away. It was a little scary watching you two eat. Still, I'm glad you liked it. It feels good to see people enjoying my bread.
It felt good eating it. Thanks for baking it all.
You're welcome. Oh, Welkin, you have some... There's just a little crumb. There we go.
Oh. So, you said you worked at a bakery before the war started?
Yeah. I was a live-in apprentice under the Meister running the shop. Once things settle down, I plan on taking the national exams and opening up my own bakery.
Wow. You need to be licensed to run a bakery? That sounds pretty tough.
It's been my dream since I was a little girl. It's what I enjoy doing the most. I love imagining entire families eating the bread I make together. A loving husband, maybe, and cute little kids waiting for their mom to get home. She comes in with a big basket of my bread, and the kids all cheer and embrace her.
Okay.
Oh, and what if my bread brings the husband and wife closer together? She could say, "Oh, honey, you have a crumb in your beard," and then she'd... Listen to me. That's just like what happened here a minute ago, Welkin, but
Are you alright, Alicia?
Huh? I'm fine. Anyway, I'll keep baking it if you keep eating it.
It's a deal. And thanks again.
Yeah, in anime, relationships are always kind of awkward, and it's a huge trope. That being said, god damn, that is sickeningly sweet, isn't it, folks? Alright, but let's take another look.
Report. Largo's passion.
Oh, and if you look down to number 2 there, this has actually got a mission associated with it. So let's hear what Largo has to say and what makes him the man he is.
I'm starving. Why do they call us here at lunchtime?
Ugh, you always get snippy the minute your stomach rumbles, Largo.
Sorry, guys. Have you been waiting long? I'll get right to the briefing. You may already be aware of the recent hike in food prices.
I do remember one worker at the mess hall mentioning that produce prices were rising.
Apparently the Empire has taken hold of the trade route farmers use to ship their stock.
What did you say?
Vegetable crisis grips Gallia. Not a very exciting headline.
You mocking the power of vegetables?
What? I was just... What's your problem?
Vegetables are like bombs packed tight with all kinds of important nutrients. Kids gotta eat them to grow up right. And the body's practically made of vegetables.
Which are like bombs?
In any case, Squad 7's next mission is to clear that trade route of Imperials.
All right, time to put the fear of veggies into these imps.
The fear of veggies? Is he serious?
Well, let's go resolve the vegetable route incident.
You will now be briefed on the operation.
The mission will be fought on the outskirts of Vassal. An enemy blockade has restricted traffic along this route. Fear of combat spilling over into civilian dwellings here prevents us from making this a large-scale operation. You'll have to leave your tank on the sidelines and lead a small force of foot soldiers into the village. Your objective is to destroy the 2 tanks standing by on the road ahead. You're likely to face heavy fire from those tanks if you just march along the road. It may be the long way round, but you're better off heading through the village and securing a spot to attack safely. I'm afraid we can't spare a medic to accompany a team as small as this one you'll be taking in. To compound things, this is a night op. You'll be dealing with less visibility than you're used to. There will be no sightlines to target more than a certain distance away, and you can't spot them in action mode. Consequently, if even one of your soldier falls in combat, you're to pull out immediately. Mission failure. There's a lot of special conditions and requirements. Be extra careful as you plan out each move here. On a final note, you won't have your tank's wireless set up, so you won't be able to issue orders during this mission. Any ally falls, Welkin dies, or 20 turns pass. Those are our failure conditions. We win, though, if both enemy tanks are destroyed. As you can see, we have Alicia, we have Largo. Oh no, we have Welkin, we have Largo, of course, because this is his. And... Anyone else got... Anyone else's... Anyone else in... Night Vision, Walter. He'd be nice. Anyone else got... Only, Panicky, Shut-In, Outcast... Alright. Well, we'll just have... Well, no, we want an assault, so it's gotta be... Who haven't we been using as much? Yeah, we'll have Aisha come with. Alright. Deploy.
Alright, we're set to begin. Good luck.
Thank you, Captain Barat.
The bastards blocking our veggies are here, ain't they? Let's bust some heads!
Shh, be quiet. You want them to hear us? This is a stealth operation with just a few soldiers. Lose anyone and the mission failed.
Yeah, I got it. Now let's go get violent for vegetable.
You want to work with me here, Largo?
Not the most adept or subtle man, is he?
Ready to go.
Still, obviously we want to keep off the main road, which means we want to take here.
Secure that transport route.
Take the path up here.
Diggy little guns won't work against a tank.
Well, let's head up.
Brace yourselves for incoming fire.
Hostile sighted.
Alright. Got one. See if we can get rid of him. There we go.
You're doing well.
Okay, he can see another one, which is a shock trooper. Okay. That's where Aisha comes in. She's panicky, so she's less accurate. Thankfully, that doesn't matter too much. Good work, girl. Nah, sorry, woman. Don't want to be. Again, I don't want to be racist or sexist. It's just... Alright. Let's get Largo moving. We're gonna need him in the end. Alright. It's probably a mistake to leave him up there, but... because everyone will have a pot shot at Welcome, but we have to try. Alright. Quite a few shuffling around out there. Village of Present Well. Okay. Well, I know Aisha's panicky, but let's get her around the corner. Alright. Good work, Aisha.
Yay!
Target silenced. Head to the next.
Get Largo. Alright.
Here we go.
Welcome, can you spot anything from up there? Nope. Let's keep moving then.
Gotta love
The
nature.
front lines made enemy contact. Support them.
Alright.
All units, take your positions.
Alright. Along the side of the wall. And then let's get Largo moving. Alright. Good work, folks. We're almost there. But this is where we need to be the most careful. Okay, so there's a guy patrolling there where the ladder is. We can tell that much. Now, those guys are probably just circling those two barn areas. just gotta be careful when moving forward on this one.
Ready to go.
Alright.
Enemy sighted.
Alright, shock trooper.
Take this.
Okay, so I'm gonna stay out of his range.
Advance cautiously.
And send up our own shock trooper. Hopefully she can make it.
I'll do my best.
Well, if she gets some shots... She'd need 91 shots from this range. Well...
I'll do my best.
Yeah, 91. Yep. Just need to get 3 lucky headshots. Good work. That's another shock trooper down.
Target silenced. Head to the next one.
Alright. Had to move her twice, so... Vulcan's watching her back, and she's watching the front. Yeah, those two have got to be just patrolling back there. Let's have Aisha take the lead.
Enemy found.
Okay.
Secure that transport route.
And that's a Gatling turret. Of course it is.
What is your situation?
Okay.
Ready to go. Gotta love nature.
Okay. 5 hits to kill. Okay, let him focus on that. While Aisha swings around to get in close. Okay. No, you don't want to shoot that. You want to shoot him. There we go.
Yay! Target silenced. Head to the next.
Alright. Okay, we're gonna have to spend a turn or two getting Largo up. Okay, there's 2 more in there at least. Alright. Alright, folks.
Just watch this.
And let's get Largo moving, because we're going to need him shortly.
Do all you can.
Alright.
Ready to go.
Let's see.
Don't leave yourself open.
Hostile sighted.
Okay, Lancer. Bring Aisha up. And between her and him, they should have enough firepower to put him down. Alright. Well, she's got such a wide range because she's panicky. There we go. Okay. Whoever's left should probably get shredded by gunfire. Alright. Alright. They should be fine. I don't know why she's I don't think I turned her that way. Oh well. Alright, let's get Largo moving.
Been waiting here.
So I get the feeling we're not gonna...
Best of luck out there.
Up and over. And let's confirm that we're clear.
Lancers, keep an eye on your ammo.
Enemy sighted.
Alright, 2 tanks in the road. Spotted and confirmed. Targets confirmed. Largo, time to get to work.
Watch this.
She'll watch our backs. Alright. And they can't do anything. So?
Been waiting here.
Climb up.
Did something just flash across the street?
Alright.
You're done!
1 medium tank down.
Alright!
I'm impressed, but not surprised.
Now let's get over here. There we go. Should be able to get a good shot now.
Been waiting here.
Alright. See if I can get it. Yep. Come on, Largo. There we go.
Operation complete. Both enemy tanks neutralized.
We only got a C rank, though. Let's talk about Largo's dream.
That should end our vegetable shortage.
I ever tell you my old man's a farmer? Feels good to know I'm helping farm folk out. Growing up on the farm, I was always helping with the harvest, out there in the field. I'm serious when I say veggies are king, too. The more you eat, the healthier you get.
I agree. A lot of nutrients vegetables offer can't be found anywhere else. Plus, I feel like vegetables are a way to take in the power of nature as a whole.
Power of nature, huh?
Yeah. Plants grow by absorbing energy from the sun, the soil, even tiny microbes. Eating vegetables is like getting all that natural energy right from the source.
Never heard veggies told quite like that before. I tell you, boss, you got your head on right. You got my mark.
Thanks, Largo. That means a lot to me.
Hey, boss, let me tell you a stupid dream I had. My folks' old farm went under, and I want to start it up again, as an organic veggie farm. Funny, huh? Big macho man goes from flinging bullets to being king of the carrot patch.
I'm not laughing. If you're dedicated, I'm sure you'll grow some fine veggies. Once you're all set up and harvesting, you'll have to let me sample what you've grown.
Boss, you'd be welcome to eat all you wanted, but you'd have to help with the harvest. And out on the farm, I'm squad leader. Be ready for the workout of your life.
Oh boy.
Ha ha ha! I'm feeling good today. Veggies for all.
And there you have it, folks. Reprimanded for the unlicensed planting of vegetables on Army property, though the fruits of his labor earned accolades from foodies across the base. Big tough man. Though small for a Porcavian, he boasts an impressive agility and jumping ability. He also appears to be intelligent enough to understand human words and emotions. A surprisingly smart little pig, huh? Well, that did give us some bonus XP and money, so let's put it to work for us. Let's start with the war cemetery, see if our friend has thought of anything new. Nope. So, let's just head to the training field.
Welcome to your worst nightmare, Mike! Train on!
Okay, bring snipers up to everyone else. And then... yeah, let's get our assault troopers in.
I got no...
Looking good.
Good work, looks like that's a new potential out of the shock trooper.
Awesome. So let's take a look at our shock troopers and what they're like. Rosie is strong-willed and has a big sister mentality. Undercover fire, and she has just gained undodgeable shot, so she can just sit there and take them out. Hans, being a daredevil, but the biggest thing is he got kamikaze. Both accuracy and evasion receive a boost when HP drops to a single digit. Mika got fearless will. Attack power and defense increase when they enter the range of an enemy's interception fire, so he does not care if you've got sight on him. Vice got undodgeable shot. What was Outcast? Having allies of the same unit class nearby puts them on edge, lowering evasion. And she got kamikaze as well. Ooh, something really useful on Aisha though. Ambush spotter. Enemy units hiding can be spotted from the same distance as a scout. So Aisha double rolls, and she's very good for that. Jane gained one of my personal favorite abilities, Sadist. Inflicting pain on others filled them with a sublime sense of pleasure, upping anti-personnel attack power. So between that and Impaler, and then if she's God help you in undercover fire, Jane can just rip through enemies. She's one of my favorites. Nina has also gained, funnily enough, Tank Hater of all things, but she's also got Fearless Will. Veggie Maniac. Anytime his feet touch the bountiful earth, his love of veggie drives his parameters up. He just gets stronger for touching the ground. Cocky. Having full HP makes him get overconfident, leading to a decrease in evasion. Okay, Hector has gained one of the greatest abilities. Extra shot. They can occasionally follow up an attack by loading one more round of ammunition. Basically a double shot chance, which is amazing. This is her potential, Alicia Lover. Just knowing that Alicia is nearby gives confidence and a boost in evasion. Just flat out, Dallas, the second she knows that Alicia's around, she just keeps getting better. What does Unlucky do? Sometimes Lady Luck abandons them completely, leaving them unable to inflict critical damage. Okay, well, she's an engineer, I wouldn't be using her much for attacking anyway. She's got Camaraderie, Pessimist, Accuracy boost, which is wonderful. Perfect Dodge. Cat-like reflexes allow them to consistently dodge enemy counterattacks. So there you have it. We have gained some powerful abilities.
Come back.
And bear in mind, that's not the entire squad. We can go to the command room and swap out and look at everyone else, but I think we're pretty good for the moment.
Well,
Let's see, have we finally got the point where we can split off? Nope. Nope. I mean, we only went back some, so I doubt we were going to get much, but it was just out of idle curiosity. Alright. Which means we'll have plenty of funds for when we get moving forward. Speaking of, let's do just that. We've seen what Largo's passion is. We've gotten a taste of home. And now, let's look into what happens in the Woodland Snare. A surprise attack comes.
Having been driven back, the Empire retreated from Varius, and Squad 7 began its return to the capital of Randgrease.
So on our way back
worried,
home.
boss. The scouts were due back a long time ago. Haven't heard a thing.
Welkin, we should look. The enemy could be closer than we think.
Right.
What was that sound? A mortar.
Hold on! Where are you going? Don't be an idiot! Who's gonna drive the tank if you get hurt?
Largo, we've got to move our butts now. 2 more minutes and we'll be dead.
Damn. No choice.
That's a lot of shock
Outnumbered.
troopers.
Everybody take cover!
Come on,
Get-
Isara, now!
Right.
Like he said, get in the tank, get it moving.
Where?
Welkin?
Oh, good. You're awake.
Where are we? Is everyone all right?
Looks like we got separated when that blast threw us down here.
Oh.
Alicia, there are probably still Imperials camped out up there. It's just a matter of time until they spot us here. We should move as soon as we can. Are you hurt anywhere? Do you think you can walk?
I think I'm fine. Scratch that. I think my ankle sprained, actually. But I should be okay. It's not too bad to walk on.
Sorry, I know it hurts, but you've got to tough it out for now.
Of course.
Great. Now, let's try to sneak out of this mess before we're spotted.
Okay. We must escape from it, of course, and try and meet up with everyone else.
Alicia, here's a map of the area. Looks like they've got us surrounded.
You'll only be 2 units out there and your positions are predetermined. You must reach the destination to the north to escape the perimeter they've set up out there. Due to darkness, you'll be dealing with far more limited visibility than you're accustomed to. You'll see no sight line for enemies more than a set distance away and be unable to see them in action mode. You also don't have access to the wireless communication equipment in your tank, meaning no orders. Be careful. Alicia dies, Welkin dies, or 20 turns pass, we fail. But we can succeed if both Welkin and Alicia reach the destination.
All right, ready to start moving? Let's sneak out of their perimeter without being spotted.
We'll have to do our best.
Wow, it's really gotten dark. The lack of light means it's harder to see enemies in the distance, so watch out.
Ow!
Is your ankle gonna make it?
Sorry. I don't know how much I can run like this.
That's all right. You set the pace and I'll follow.
Alright. Enemy long-range mortar. You read that correct, folks.
Does that sound a mortar?
Have they spotted us?
No, their aim is too far off. They're probably trying to scare us out with it. If we're careful, we can predict where they'll fire and steer clear of the target area.
That's a big hint for you.
Ready to go. Gotta love nature.
Alright. This mission is less strategic and more you're going to be decided in how the actions go. As you can see here, the bridge is out, so we're going to be stuck. There's also mines set up.
Enemy sighted!
Hey, fireflies.
Hey, Welkin, what's that light?
Oh, that's a luciferant. It's bioluminescent, the same sort of thing as a firefly. Hey, wait. The luciferant feeds mostly on manure. There could be an animal trail here. With luck, it might let us sneak past without the enemy spotting us.
So, just like that, that's our hint. Alright, and there's something over there. Want to keep the... Hey, view event. Okay, so now we have an idea. So we need to bring Alicia here.
My turn, okay?
And note that she is struggling to walk. It's not easy for her. But we can keep going. Oh, and now we see the start of the first of the special weapon types. That gun in particular doesn't do much damage, but it does have a status effect of lowering our defense. Something we'll have to be very aware of. Alright. Well, that's it for this round. And there's quite a few enemies out there. And they're out looking for us. And we're in no real condition to fight. Alright, looks like they'll be firing on the same area. Welcome.
Ready to go.
View event.
These leaves. Great. This is Ponicera.
What's up, Welkin?
It's a wild herb that works well on bruises. Just have to grind the stem and leaves down. Alicia, let me put this on your ankle.
It kind of stings. But I think it hurts a little less now. Thank you, Welkin.
Okay, let's push on ahead. We might find more Ponicera growing nearby.
Excellent. So we'll have to keep an eye out. He can see it. Oh right, he's a scout. The grass doesn't mean much to him. There we go. And he was a commander scout too.
Yes.
All right. Now the next things we're gonna have to keep an eye out for, aside from that mine, is this.
Searchlights. This is bad news.
What do you figure will happen if they see us?
They'll radio our location to the mortars and we'll see them land a whole lot closer.
Not high on my list of good things. We'd better keep our heads down out here.
Absolutely. And as you can see, it's tracing a particular area, so it's going to be up to you to get where they can't see you. So at least Welkin is in a safe area. Now we need to move Alicia up. And as you can see, she has a little more movement. That has helped a little bit. So she might make it across the bridge, but I don't think she'll make it. Oh no, she'll definitely make it across the bridge now. Oh yeah. All that time as a scout has definitely helped her mobility. But as you can see, her slower pace is going to make it difficult to get around.
Moving out.
This searchlight. Okay. Wait till it's gone and then crawl down here. Alright. Now we have a choice of two paths. And oh, enemies moving. We don't know where, but they're moving. Impressive. Okay, well that kind of dictates our course. Don't want to take that.
Ready to go.
So we'll have to take this path around. Yeah, we'll take this path around.
Gotta love nature.
And it's a defense down. So first thing we're gonna do is get him blown out. Yep, and get down. Then we're gonna have Alicia move.
My turn, okay?
But she's gonna have a free shot on the idiot. Alright. Yeah.
Please hit.
There we go. Luckily, they're not able to report our position, so... or raise any kind of major alarms, so we should be fine. Dispose of the body. Alright. Let's get down. And we'll have Welkin take the lead.
Gotta love nature.
Alright. Basically all we've managed to do is get around. Searchlight is over that way. And perfect. Or Buonasera. Sweet. Okay. We're getting there, folks. Slowly but surely, we're working our way up. Okay. Next shots are going to be... right. Okay, so first priority is going to be moving Alicia.
My turn, okay?
And just getting her over to where Welkin is. Let's let the light pass, and then we'll follow it. Alright. Come on, you can do it, Alicia. Thank you. Alright. So we'll have Welkin first, take the lead.
Here we go. Gotta love nature.
Heal her. Oh, bad camera angle.
Alicia, here's some more Buonasera. Let's get this on that ankle.
All right. Thanks. It hurts even less now.
That's good, but still, don't push yourself.
Awesome. Now
Enemy sighted!
Enemies, not good. Ty the Immortal. Are they both Ty? That's not good. Ty the Immortal would take a good number of shots. And he's a... And that's a shock trooper. That's really bad. But Ty the Immortal is... yeah. The major scout the major shock trooper we're going to want to get rid of. But as you can see, Alicia's bar is getting fairly large at this point. Ow, ow, ow. She doesn't need to be in that much more pain.
Now.
Damn. And that's oh. Oh man.
Wow.
I've screwed up. Alright. That was bad. System. Let's save. Because I'm going to call it here for the moment, folks. Because I'm starting to get kind of hungry and lunch is calling for me. So, I'm going to work on that. And then I'll be back with more. I hope everyone's been enjoying Let's Stream Valkyria Chronicles. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.